team that can beat them in a 7-game series. They just have too much talent.
What about the Lakers?
No, the Lakers don't. The Lakers got to first get out the Western Conference, which Curtis and I think I don't know if we bet on a bowl of soup or.
Yeah, maybe.
But I think when you look at the
Kurtspiracy has some legs.
Yeah.
People keep texting in about it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
because they're, 12-2 in their last 14 since the trade, Curtis?
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
Yes. And just, either you listen and agree with me or you regret it. So, might as well hop on. The big picture stuff, small things I'm wrong all the time. Brady, right, a million times right. Wiggy and I were actually right on the same day on March 17th, 2020. Wiggy and I said that the Patriots would be like the Bulls without Jordan. Nailed that one. And with this, when it doesn't make sense, it's usually something nefarious. And that's what happened here. The league, what was the number one story every day nationally about the NBA before the trade?
Ratings.
Yes, interest waning, everything's down. Have you seen stories about that in the last couple weeks?
No.
Mm-mm.
It's totally disappeared. And that was the goal. I don't know if they knew they'd get to the finals, but as I said, the day the trade was made, when the NBA had its worst NBA finals rating ever, was the Cavs getting swept by the Spurs, and then Donaghy broke. That summer, the Celtics acquired Kevin Garnett and Ray Allen. The next season, the Lakers acquired Paul Gasol. They met in the NBA Finals and had one of the great finals in recent memory in terms of TV ratings. And the NBA was back, and nobody was talking about Scott Foster and Tim Donaghy. And that's what's going to happen this year. You're going to have a Celtics Lakers final because we saw the Mavs Celtics. It was a ratings dud. That's what they have to have. They have to have LeBron going for 5 against the Celtics, biggest dink alive, and JJ Redick. I mean,
that'd be such a good series too. Celtics Lakers.
Yep.
That'd be so much fun.
Well, I think anytime you see the Lakers and LeBron in there, I think he's going to do good ratings, and then the fact that you add Luka to that, excuse me, is gonna do great ratings. I saw another thing where Jeannie Buss was basically saying that she was kind of tired of Anthony Davis and him complaining. I listen, I think it's great for ratings. I disagree with Curtis that the NBA did it. I think the Dallas Mavericks ownership are morons, and the relationship with the GM and the Lakers and what the hell's the guy from the Lakers, Frank, what the hell's the GM's name there? But anyways, they have a good relationship. And I think that was part of why they made that deal.
To Curtis's point, though, it is interesting timing. I'm on Team Curtis for this. I have been for the last couple of weeks. But the fact that the Celtics documentary is coming up and they're going back in time to the amount of hate that Boston fans had for the Lakers. Wiggy's brought this up before. Rivalries don't really exist like they once did. No. But it's interesting timing to have the Lakers starting to get hot. The Celtics continue to be hot. And we have this documentary to kind of reignite the hate for LA.
Outside the best team in the West, do you know who the 2 hottest teams are? It's the Lakers, who acquired Luka, and then Steph Curry and the Warriors, shockingly, are 8-2 in their last 10 since acquiring Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Butler has made a difference there. Cleveland doesn't worry you at all?
No. Cleveland don't worry me. Cleveland don't worry me. Milwaukee doesn't worry me. There's not a team in the East that worries me. And like I said, I would be more worried about the Denver Nuggets only because they've been there before. They have a great player in the Joker. I wouldn't be concerned. Even if they were to meet the Lakers in the finals, I would not be concerned with the Lakers one bit.
If LeBron gets 5, go ahead, sorry.
Drew Holiday may be back tonight. Is that right?
I thought he was going to be out for a minute with that.
I thought they were saying
pinky finger there.
Elliot Friedman says day-to-day.
Yeah,
day-to-day. Okay.
Wiggs, if LeBron gets 5, will people say he's Jordan, or does he still need 6?
No, if he gets 5, if he's able to beat the Celtics and he's able to play at the level that he's playing at and he gets 5, I think there are people out there that will say, there are people out there now that think LeBron over Jordan anyway, so if he gets 5, you'll just add a few more people to that list.
Nobody would ever say LeBron over Jordan.
Oh, great.
Oh, people do.
Yeah. Especially the younger players. I mean, younger people.
Hot take. I might say after watching episode 1 of Celtic City, Bill Russell over Jordan.
Right, but you're a dinosaur. Like you,
I understand that.
Like,
I embrace it.
Save that.
Yeah,
I embrace it.
You don't look at
That's
like
a promo.
You don't look. I think like Perk said it. There are younger people.
But what Bill Russell did in that league, and it had never been done before. It was incredible.
So you're putting Bill Russell over Jordan.
I'm putting him. I'm putting him up there in the discussion.
Well, Scheim has
He won-
Red Grange over Montana. So.
He won 11 of them, Wiggy.
Well, no, I get it. But Curtis, I think this was Curtis's point, is that the era you played in, there were less teams.
I understand that they were playing. Here comes the plumber argument. Like Jordan did it with style and finesse, and it had never been done before. Now, also in that documentary, Bob Cousy was doing things that had never been done before, and he doesn't get the credit because it was so long ago.
Right. Well, that's
Like,
always going to be the case. You know, when it's that long ago, those guys are always going to fight an uphill battle because people are going to say there weren't as many talented players. It's
a different time.
Yeah, it wasn't open for everybody.
Yeah.
You
You can
barely
make that
let
argument
black people in, and
Right.
so there were no European players.
I understand that, but you also had to take a train across the country
No, I get
and
that.
play a game that night. You can make those arguments.
That's the
all day
mental
long.
toughness. I'll give them the mental toughness. I'll give the edge to Bill Russell.
Yeah, Bill Russell had to play in a country that didn't, in a lot of cases, didn't like him because of the color of his skin.
Right.
But
But
I
I
did-
deal with that everywhere he went. Couldn't
Right.
eat at restaurants.
But
That's
I did
mentally
introduce
tough.
this with Ken on Saturday. I think we should have a rule. We can only compare players. The people comparing them have to have actually lived and watched them play. So,
Yeah.
like, when I hear Turpin, I love Turp, you know it. He does a great job with the Celtics. Like, he didn't really grow up with Michael Jordan.
Right.
He wasn't around.
I didn't even grow up with
So,
Jordan.
like,
Right.
I'm not going to sit here and argue Magic Bird because I didn't watch them. I was 2 when Bird won his last title.
Right.
Yeah.
So, like, I just think from Michael Jordan is transcendent in every way. He has been, I mean, his peak is better than any athlete I ever saw. And I don't think that LeBron's peak, but it's also he's going to have every record known to man.
Yeah.
He's going to have the most points.
Just
And
had
if you-
50K.
Well, and I think what he did with some of those Cavaliers teams where it was just him. And he would carry guys like Zildrunas Ilgauskas to the Eastern Conference Finals and the NBA Finals. Like I think that is what makes LeBron so impressive.
Had Kyrie Irving also,
yeah, he did.
Yeah,
have
that
Kyrie.
one time against the Golden State.
that one time.
Yeah.
But I don't think you'll ever be able to, like, the Jordan. And I've seen both of them play, Curtis. I've seen Magic play, Bird play, Jordan play, LeBron play. I didn't see Bill Russell and them play. But the argument is going to be Jordan won 6, went to the finals. I don't think he was ever in a game 7. So the Jordan changed kind of like what we viewed basketball to be. And that's the thing that I think he gets